The arrival of Dominic Cummings in number 10 has been greeted by many as big news. But why? Well, many believe that his place at the heart of the new administration suggests some profound changes are coming.
Political discourse has become utterly moronic thanks to the morons who run it.
Really?
But there it is. If that is
In the Channel 4 film Brexit and Uncivil War, much was made of how Cummings couldn't hide his contempt for MPs.
We have to hack the political system.
Hack it?
Like a cyber hack. Get in through the back door. Reprogram the system so it starts working for us. You're talking about posters and flyers. I'm talking about altering the matrix of politics.
Reading through Dominic Cummings' prodigious output of blog posts, many of them run to thousands of words, this really is how he talks.
The wiring of power in Downing Street is systemically dysfunctional, and worse, those with real institutional power, Cabinet Office, Treasury officials, etc., have as their top priority the maintenance of this broken system and keeping Britain as closely tied to the EU as possible.
While Special Advisor to Michael Gove when he was Shadow Education Secretary, he spearheaded attempts to bypass the educational establishment, coming up with the idea of free schools. But some complained he was an impossibly disruptive force. He was blocked for a time by David Cameron's team from entering government. Indeed, David Cameron himself is quoted as calling him a career psychopath. A former civil servant who worked with Cummings at the Department for Education says it will be easier for him to be effective from inside number 10.
Hello. There's an awful lot of people there whose job it basically is to make sure that the Prime Minister's writ runs up and down Whitehall. That's not really what it's like in most departments, where there's an expectation that the Secretary of State will be out in a matter of months, certainly not in a matter of years. So I can see that being a considerable success.
Civil servants know that whichever party is in power, it's they who will take most of the real decisions. And being cautious professional men, the decision they usually prefer is no.
Civil servants may not dress the same today, but in Cummings' view their mindset is identical. The failure of Brexit negotiations, he believes, is down to letting the modern incarnation of these mandarins run the talks. Of the May administration, he said,
Their only strategy is to trust officials to be honest, which is like trusting Bernie Madoff with your finances. Brexit cannot be done with the traditional Westminster Whitehall system.
The reason why we won is because the people...
Cummings' victory speech to his Vote Leave campaign team in June 2016. Tom Harwood, who shot this video and worked on the campaign, says his old boss is now going to have a similar impact on government.
Dominic Cummings is someone who can build a movement, who's provenly built a movement, but also can inspire the team that work around him, almost in a sort of hero worship style. People believe in him because he is, quite frankly, brilliant. He's someone that has that sort of eccentricity, but eccentricity for a purpose, because he has this almost singular focus on what is being achieved, but also an understanding of politics in a much more analytical sense than most observers or participants in it have.
As we saw from his attire in Downing Street yesterday, a T-shirt for an AI research company, Cummings looks to the world of tech disruption to transform government.
Do you have a system in which you can correct errors quickly, learn from things fast, adjust, which has been one of the great strengths of the Anglo-American system over 200 years? Or do you have a system in which bureaucrats and a judicial system entrench ideas in a bureaucracy which is extremely slow to move, change, adjust, adapt to errors?
As the new Prime Minister met his Cabinet Secretary in number 10 yesterday, it would have been easy to miss the rather incongruous figure in the corner, set apart from the rest. But Dominic Cummings could end up being one of the most important people in government.